I am Sami Louis, the lead consultant with Sami Louis Communications. We deal in protocol training, which also involves etiquette and intergovernmental relations. We have been able to get trainers that are conversant with what they're talking about, be it etiquette and also how to communicate, and also in being able to have excellent service delivery, because the units, the decentralized units, actually the county itself was created so that services can be provided to the wananchi next door.
Any place you go, if you are governor, if you are a president, you must feel that there is government presence and the government is in charge. So this is lacking in some of the counties that have gone. And I thought, from my experience, I should actually take through my officers so that when you and others come to Kakamega, they know there is a government, a county government, which is in charge and is carrying out its functions as stipulated by the Constitution.
I think this training is extremely important from a human relations perspective, especially when you are a leader or someone in authority, whether you're an elected official or someone who has been appointed and picked to serve. It is vital that you are able to relate to your fellow workers and colleagues and your constituents in a manner that is respectful and in a manner that will be able to help you achieve your objectives and push your agenda forward in the following days, months, and years to come.
I feel that it's very important, this training that Kakamega County Government is getting from Sami Louis Communications, because of the fact that this is a pioneer program. There is 47 counties in the Republic of Kenya, of which Kakamega has got the second largest national assembly. So in terms of government, these are people who are serious about governing their people. And the kind of training that they're getting from Sami Louis Communications in terms of protocol, in terms of communications, it's something that's actually going to set them apart from all the other county governments.
Protocol is a key aspect in the development of an agency. Protocol is what runs the day-to-day aspect of any given office. So where there is no respect, where there is no order, things are likely to be paralyzed. So this training is very important because then it outlines the function of every officer, and everyone is likely to operate within his jurisdiction to avoid conflict and ensure that there is sufficient service delivery to the people.
When there is a lack of protocol, we have so many things going wrong. We are human beings, I know, and that sometimes we do our best to try and just cope with the situation. But if there was an arrangement where there's a proper protocol, then I see like we have met a headway.
Why it is important for the protocol to be followed is that it makes it easier so that there are no conflicts. If people know their responsibilities and people know how their expected behavior, then it makes very easy to function.
When you consider the county administrators at the sub-county and ward levels, again, they themselves feel that this training is actually going to be able to give them the support, the desirable support that they require at their own decentralized units.
There has been a big challenge because of lack of protocol, especially when we are interacting with some politicians, because some of them don't follow protocol, and sometimes even us, we've not been following protocol because we didn't know. But now we have information about protocol. I think it will iron out such differences.
So what I am putting across, the suggestions that I am making, the recommendations that I am making are not out of the blue, or as it were, the hopes and aspirations that we want to see there. These are practical things that have been put in the central government and which we would want to borrow from so that we can be able to have in the county.
So we very much want to recommend that we move together as counties, and if possible, they look at whatever results will have come from this training for Kakamega, and if they can replicate it in their counties, it will be very much welcome.